Hey everybody, here is a quick piece of help with the homework. Based on the worksheet we did outside today with limited results, I just think it's really important that you guys know all the basics and know how to apply them. So know these basics cold. You know, I can keep quizzing you guys, but I think overall you know them when you're ready for them, like the power rule. Everybody has known that. Everybody's shown that they know that. Also, the derivative of e to the x, that's my favorite. It's just e to the x. Recognizing and remembering that the derivative of the ln of x is just 1 over x, 1 over whatever is inside that parentheses. Do that. We've got the product rule when we're multiplying things. Maybe e to the x is a bad example because you can't spot when it's the derivative, but this is your first part and your second part. So it's the first times the derivative of the second, there's that power rule, plus that second thing times the derivative of the first. It's not changed, but that's what it is. The quotient rule then, know this one, it's the bottom thing times the derivative of the top minus the top times the derivative of the bottom, all over the bottom squared. So low d high minus high d low over low squared. And then finally, the chain rule is when you've got things tucked inside of other things. So this is e raised to another function. So that's the part that's the inside. So it's the derivative of the outside. Don't mess with the inside. Do not change that. So it's just, in this case, it's just e to the whatever it is. Then times the derivative of the inside. So know that chain rule. Go back to Khan and practice it. So here's our example. Very complicated, okay? But the genius is that if we unzip it with the ln, if we take the ln of both sides, so the ln of y, then, and I want you to realize the structure, it's just something to an exponent, another thing to a fraction exponent, and another thing to an exponent. So here are the 3 bits. So you guys that did so well presenting your laws of logarithms, it's just a to the n and b to the m and c to the p. And when we take the log of it, we can unzip it here. Each one of those exponents comes out in front, and that's what makes it so much easier. So look very carefully, pause and watch carefully. When that comes out in front, there it is, it's the 3 halves. That root 3 is the 1/3, it comes out in front. This e to the x comes out in front, and then I've got an ln of e, and that just turns into 1. So this just becomes very simply like this. And then I multiply both sides by y in this case. So if I multiply by y, and I multiply this whole thing by y, I'll have my derivative. Well, this is very nicely y is 1. So in this case, it's not some new number, it's just multiplying by 1. So when I plug in 0, I'm just going to get 3 halves times 1, because when I plug in 0, that's 1, plus 1/3, and again times 1 minus 3. I've just found a common denominator. You can do it on your calculator. It's just 9 plus 2 is 11 over 6. 3 turns into 18 minus 6. When I subtract that, I get negative 7 over 6. So that's my slope. That's y prime of 0 equals that slope. So now I just put it into point slope form. There's the slope. My point is 0, 1, and I work it out and I get my equation for the line, okay? Just so you can see that I'm not making that up. You'll see here is the graph on Desmos. It's that black curve, and there is our typed in equation showing that it's the slope and the correct equation for that tangent line. Okay, I hope that's a little bit of help. Try to break down the homework and make it a little easier. Good luck.